Imperial family members attended the Imperial New Year's poetry reading at the Imperial Palace on January 22nd. Traditional Japanese poems were written on the theme of dream this year. A form of poetry reading is said to have begun in the Nara period and is also mentioned in Manyoshu, the oldest collection of Japanese waka compiled during the Nara period. The New Year poetry reading is said to have started in the Kamakura period, but it started accepting the general public only in 1874. The event has a long history of bringing the imperial family and the public together. Princess Aiko attended the annual event for the first time. The children I met on my journeys talked with sparkling eyes of their dreams for the future, read Emperor Naruhito. Emperor Naruhito and Empress Masako visit suburban areas in Japan for official visits or when the areas are hit by natural disasters. The imperial couple visited disaster-hit Ishikawa Prefecture 3 times in 2024. They also visited Okayama, Saga, Gifu, and Oita prefectures to attend local events. Emperor Naruhito read last year in the New Year poetry, reading how happy he was when local residents warmly welcomed him and the Empress in the prefectures they visited together. This year, the Emperor made his poem thinking back to the children he met during his visits and how happy he was to see them talk excitedly about their future. Some 30 years after my departure, I visit with His Majesty, our alma mater in Britain, and I recall the youthful dreams I dreamt then, read Empress Masako. Both Emperor Naruhito and Empress Masako studied at Oxford University colleges decades ago. The Emperor studied history at Merton College from between 1983 and 1985. The Empress studied international relations at Balliol College between 1988 and 1990 during her overseas training period while working for Japan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The two spent a day together at the University of Oxford when they visited the United Kingdom as state guests in June 2024. It was the first time in 34 years for the Empress to visit Oxford University, where she was given an honorary degree. Empress Masako was happy and deeply touched to be able to visit the university, and she read the poem recalling her memories while she studied there and her aspirations. Let me remember what I saw in my first dream of the new year. Dim have become the memories of early childhood. Read Crown Prince Fumihito of Akashino. There is a Japanese custom to put a picture of a treasure ship under one's pillow when they go to sleep no New Year's Eve, which is the exact custom Crown Prince Fumihito practiced when he was a child. He immediately remembered this when he heard this year's theme was dream, but wrote the poem saying how he could not remember what he dreamt about. Absorbed with a dreamlike intensity in thread and needle as I weave the oya, bringing forth 2, then 3 wildflowers blossoming, read Crown Princess Kiko of Akishino. Crown Princess Kiko visited Turkey in December 2024, where she learned oya, a traditional Turkish handicraft, which is an edging embroidery used for scarves and more. She's occasionally been knitting oya even after she came back to Japan. The Crown Princess read about how she was absorbed in the weaving process, thinking back to the nature of Turkey and the lives of its people. Until the day we meet again, my friends and I will each follow our dreams, read Princess Aiko, who graduated university last year. Princess Aiko graduated from Gakushuin University in March 2024 and began working for the Japanese Red Cross Society the following month. She saw her friends who were graduating together with her on the day of the graduation ceremony, and she felt deeply that both her friends and her would be moving on to new paths. She also thought about the days she spent together with her friends and the future. She read the poem thinking about her other friends who she cherishes and reflected on how she is looking forward to seeing them again one day. The days I would paint, when I was so absorbed in the canvas, are now more vivid than ever. Read Princess Kako. Princess Kako has loved drawing and making various crafts since she was a child. Although she now has limited time to do this, when she looks at the pictures she drew in the past, she vividly remembers when she was drawing them. She read the poem thinking back to the days when she would lose track of time and draw. the enthronement ritual began. I could only hear the shifting silk in my dream, read Princess Hanako of Hitachi. She read about the quiet but tense moment when the emperor's enthronement ritual began in her dream, and how only the sound of silk shifting was heard. The young people in the refugee camp in Jordan spoke about their future dream, read Princess Hisako of Takamado. Princess Hisako of Takamado visited a Palestinian refugee camp in Jordan together with Princess Tsuguko of Takamado in 2023 and interacted with young people who spoke to them of their dreams to become doctors, teachers, and politicians in the future. The princess read the poem thinking how they are doing now. Tiny Baku of the Dreamland has been eating my dreams for 30 years and is now grown, read Princess Tsuguko of Takamado. Princess Tsuguko of Takamado referred to Bakun, a character in an illustration book Princess Hisako wrote, and read the poem about the character.